All right, let's get to the fireworks of the first inning. Jay, you didn't get to see it, did you? The ejections?
I've seen it since. I didn't see it live, but I've seen it since.
Okay.
And somewhere Kevin O'Sullivan's smoking a big fat cigar and drinking a Budweiser Heavy and saying, karma's a bitch there, coach. So you may want to shut your pie hole to get tossed in the first inning because now he's going to miss, what, the first 2 or 3 games of next year?
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching it live when it happened, and they never had the camera was on the runner on second base that just stole second base. And then the next thing you know, Carl Ravage is he's just been tossed. And it's like, what happened? And then and then they just keep the camera on the head coach and you clearly see him that's 3. And I don't know. I'm of the opinion, in that spot, in that situation, you can't really toss him in the first inning of the national championship series. But then again, I get it. If somebody's coming up to me and telling me to F off and telling me I'm bad at my job, you're kind of asking for it. So I see both sides of it.
Yeah, because he did not write a Hallmark card about his disagreements. No. And here's the thing, man. I don't care the stage or the setting. You go out there and you hit the F-bomb to an umpire, you are rolling the dice. Period. Somebody here said the umpire should be fired.
No.
Why? Should the coach be fired? Because he completely lost his cool? Because if he had a player do that, he'd have been ticked off at the player. I mean, no, the coach shouldn't be fired.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I get it. And I understand the viewpoint, whether it's Game 7 tonight in the NBA Finals and let them play, or the final drive in an NFC Championship game where the refs don't want to decide it on pass interference. Well, if you're going to let the guy maul the guy,
you are deciding it.
You're then deciding it by inactivity. So, I mean, there ain't a whole lot of college baseball games where the either coach can come out there and cuss an umpire up one side and down the other and expect to continue the game.
Yeah. I just thought both just read the room. Again, you're kind of asking for it if you're the Coastal Carolina head coach and you just go all in on that situation. It's even if you win this game, they're going to need you tomorrow.
Right.
So don't
right.
why risk it getting tossed?
And that's my biggest, because if he's trying to motivate his crew, you hear very good college basketball coaches talk all the time about intentionally getting a technical. But there's a difference between intentionally getting a technical, getting kicked out of the game, and especially with this rule, he then wasn't going to be in the dugout tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you something. The hit by pitch thing last night where Dickinson got called out. Tough spot. A lot of people had an issue with it, but why was it called?
I mean, I think it was called because he kind of just turned into it a little bit.
And because that's the rule. LSU catches a bad break where a pickoff throw hits an umpire. Runner had to stay on first. Probably would have had a runner on third. Ended up, even if he gets to second, it cost them a run because of what happened since. Why was the play what it was?
Because you can't choose. You can only choose to enforce the rules.
Yeah, because that's the rule.
You're not choosing the rules.
When
you are to enforce the rules.
Yes, when you're warned, okay, this is the rule. You're warned. You can't come out of the dugout, and you come out of the dugout, and not only do you come out of the dugout, you go on a tirade. What is the rule? You're ejected. And
really, it's been universally known to everybody in the chat, the three of us. Hell, my dog Bo Jackson laying here on the floor who's about to take a nap so y'all can hear him. You can't argue balls and strikes.
Right.
I mean, that's a rule.
He crossed multiple lines. And by the way, I think this goes on too much. And I'm just a little inside baseball here. I'm hearing that this is going to be a point of emphasis next year. Conduct, I think, towards anybody and everybody. Umpires, other teams. I think some of the stuff that's been going on, the FUs rounding the bases, that kind of stuff. I'm hearing the room temperature on some of that is there's going to be more crackdown of those types of things. So if you're a player coach who can't keep your cool, you better spend your fall, winter working on that, because you're going to get ejected if you don't. I mean, you remember a couple of weeks ago, big controversy, and I don't keep up with softball, but a couple of people sent it to me. The Texas hitter doesn't touch home base after the home run in the mob scene, and people were just going crazy. Well, that's not a home run. So now the umpire, because he gets abused, is not supposed to call it by the book, because people are going to hurl insults at him on Twitter because a guy can't keep his cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm in the minority, but I didn't have an issue with it.
Yeah. I mean, to me, like, you gotta keep your cool in that situation.
Right. Completely agree.
But like, having watched a lot of his like press conferences this week and like in the build up to this championship series, man, it just kind of seems like that's his personality. Like that is the way he's wired. Chris, I totally, until you text me, I totally forgot about the Kevin O'Sullivan thing. And now he didn't say his name, but everybody on the planet knows who he's talking about and what happened in the regional.
And I've just linked it in the chat. You can see he went off for an hour or a minute and a half on Kevin O'Sullivan and how he lacked respect for officials. And I mean, listen to every word of it, because there's no different. Well, I mean, it was a different circumstance, but that's what he went and did. And I would play it here if I could figure out how to do it. But, I'm sorry, but that was just hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he I don't know, the whole thing of like how he kind of got mad at the guy like emceeing the press conference, and like when he introduced him and how he got upset of like how you pronounce or how you're supposed to say their nickname. It's not the Chanticleers, and like it's like, man, come on, man. Like,
they've officially changed it though. I don't know if y'all have seen this. I follow them on social media. They've now officially changed it to the bitchin' called third strike guys. That it's the CCS bitching called third strike guys.